I can still smell the cotton candy and the popcorn. Still hear the lucky number souvenir guy as you walk through the gate.
Hot dogs, hamburgers.
I remember when they used to tow their cars in here with a pipe and they stuck grease rags in the hub, smelling the rubber. Feel the heat on the tires of whoever won. I have a special passion and a special love for this facility right here.
Concrete. Asphalt. How can such common materials create such wonder and passion? What is it that makes a place special and worth knowing? Those that feel so passionate about Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway say it's best to begin at the start.
You just look at the names that started here. The Pettys, the Marlins, the Earnhardts, Donnie Allison, Bobby Allison,
Darrell Waltrip.
I think of this place as the University of NASCAR Nashville campus. Gil Martin, who's a crew chief for RCR, started here. Eddie Gossett started here. Ed Clark, president of Atlanta Speedway, started here. Media people and TV people. It covers the whole sport.
Everybody that was anybody ran at this track one time or another.
In my eyes, this is the greatest speedway in the world. I turned my head, and Richard Petty had laid down on the ground beside me and was looking up underneath my race car, and he said, if somebody can race and win on this track right here, they can race and win on any track in America.
Run side by side here forever.
Run 3 wide any given night. It's fast enough to take your breath as a driver. It's a hard track to drive on. It's a challenge between man and machine.
That challenge was, for a while, peerless. Nashville once had the world's steepest banks.
And there you see the roller coaster with these 35-degree bank turns.
Drivers saw this track as one to learn on and teach with.
When Dale Earnhardt Jr. started racing, Dale Sr. sent him here to race. He said, if you can go run competitive in Nashville, you can run competitive anywhere.
Been a lot of short tracks all over the country, and this is by far the best.
It's also one of the oldest. To be more precise, it's the second oldest racetrack in America. The first race here was over a century ago in 1904.
The Nashville Fairgrounds has the Indianapolis Motor Speedway beat by 5 years.
Being in Music City for so long meant, like everything else there, the track became intertwined with country music. Most famously with country legend Marty Robbins.
The reason Marty Robbins was the last guy scheduled on the Opry every Saturday night was so he could race here, leave here in time to get to the Opry.
There's been more than one occasion where he was sitting in second or third place, they'd be red flagged here, and he'd be looking at his watch.
Marty's peculiar schedule sometimes threw off other racers, like Tennessee native Cuckoo Marlin.
Cuckoo knew Marty was leading the race. Well, Marty had a drop dead time when he had to leave here to go be on the Opry. Well, this is the 60s, before we had in-car radios and stuff. Cuckoo's driving the wheels off his car. The crew's waving at him, trying to get him to slow down. Marty's pulled in the pits and left and gone to the Opry, and here's Cuckoo out there just busting his rear trying to catch Marty. Marty's not even in the race.
Over the years, the track engendered fond memories in many people. But some in City Hall don't share those feelings.
There's been some talk of the track coming to an end, maybe tearing the track down and everything.
When members of Nashville's political class threatened to tear down the Speedway, fans and drivers like Darrell Waltrip rallied to save it.
We got out, we knocked on doors, and there were almost 50,000 people that signed the referendum to save this facility right here.
The nail was almost in the coffin, and we had to stand up and do what was right and save this place.
When the Cup Series left in 1984, a part of the track's soul left with it. But the track continues on with all types of racing. The first event this year brought in 10,000 fans alone. Some, like Sterling Marlin, have even reached back out to NASCAR.
Talked to NASCAR back last fall, and they said they'd be glad to have a bush race here for do some improvements on it and maybe a truck race and get it back where it was.
They come from the city, the farm, and the mountains for the one day of the year when the NASCAR driving stars come to Nashville. This is live action on this July 25th.
This is part of the heritage of this city. This is a famous landmark. What would it be like to a great baseball fan to see Fenway Park be tore down?
For people like Tony, this place goes back to the earliest parts of their lives. They can't just let it go.
Our fathers raced here, our grandfathers raced here, and our children will race here, hopefully. It's not like a football field. You can't just go down the street and find another racetrack like this. This is it.
Time has imbued this place with a meaning far greater than the sum of its parts. For the past has not passed away. It still lives within those who call it home.
This is our home. This is our love. This is our passion, the Speedway right here.